This is Joan Hall, aka Joan the Choir Lady, and I'm back home, back from the convention, glad to be back. And you saw the title of this video. The title is Old Music versus New Music. And there's something in that title that I really dislike. It's not the old music that I dislike. It's not the new music. What I dislike is the verses. There are some people who are just convinced that there's a conflict between old music and new music. And then they want to take sides in that supposed conflict. And that just gets on my last nerve. Whichever side they choose. Some people choose the side of only liking old music and condemning anything that's new. And other people take the side of only liking new music and they don't want to hear anything that's old. And both of those get on my last nerve. I believe that it is scriptural that we should want to include both. Scriptural. Matthew chapter 13, verse 52. Then said he unto them, and that's Jesus who's speaking, then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old. Jesus was talking about the ministry of teaching, but I believe that I should apply that to my ministry of music as well, and to the music of the church. It talks about both the old and the new being treasures that are brought forth. And you want to have both kinds of treasure in your treasure chest. The new and the old. So sometimes it can be more of a challenge to get the old music incorporated into your treasures. To learn old music and get exposed to more old music beyond whatever you already know. Part of the reason for that is that new music is put before us a lot. It's promoted on the radio, it's promoted online, and the reason that new music is promoted more is because people are making money off of the new music. Record companies own the new music and they make money when we buy it, so it's their job to put it before us, to promote it to us so that we'll buy it. The thing with old music is that there's less money to be made off of old music. Old music is in the public domain, so there's no royalties that are going to be paid. So because there's less profit in it, nobody makes it their business to put old music in front of us. So we have to make it our own business to seek out the old music. The new music will get handed to us sometimes, but we have to seek and find the old music. And the old music also, sometimes it's not even recorded. We have to find it in books, the songbooks, the hymnals. There we go. These are the two hymnals that we use at our church. So you have to dig in sometimes to find the old music, to bring that into your storehouse. And if people don't already know it, they're not going to hear it on the radio sometimes, not going to hear it promoted on YouTube. So how do you help people to learn it? If you get up and start singing a hymn, that nobody knows. It feels maybe a little awkward if there's only one person who knows the song out of the whole church. But then how will they ever learn it if they don't hear it? If they don't know it, you don't sing it. If you don't sing it, they don't learn it. It's kind of a vicious cycle. And that's why sometimes churches that do sing hymns will have a tendency to maybe sing the same ones. Our church has fallen into that sometimes, where we sing the same hymns over and over and over because those are the hymns that people know. So what I'm trying to do to break the cycle and get new hymns into our consciousness is using the choir. The choir can choose a hymn, practice it for a few weeks, learn it, and then bring it before the congregation. So that's what I've just started doing. Once a month, the choir is going to do a hymn out of the book as one of our choir selections. Our choir usually sings 2 songs in each service, the standard A and B selection. So once a month, our A selection is going to be a hymn, and we will encourage the congregation to get a hymn book and sing along with us and start to learn the song. The choir already knows it, so that's a start, and then everybody else can learn. So we did it for the first time this past Sunday. We sang a hymn, Lily of the Valley, not the John P. Key song, but the hymn written by Charles Fry. And we sang it on Sunday morning. And after we sang it, the youngest member of our choir, she's 15, she said, "That was the hardest song I've ever sung," which surprised me. I don't really know what was difficult about it for her. I think I want to dig more into that, but it was a stretch for her. So I think that's a good thing. Anytime that the choir can stretch, do things that are out of their comfort zone, expand their skills, that's good stuff. So we did it the first time this Sunday. I was happy with the way it went, and I'm going to do it every month. So for the next month, for September, I chose a song that I didn't even know myself. So I get to grow first. I'm learning the song out of the book, and then I'm going to teach it to the choir. Then the choir brings it to the congregation, and we're going to slowly, gradually build our knowledge of hymns, bring in more old music to go with the new music, to have a well-balanced repertoire and treasury for our church. And I encourage everybody to make sure that you include both. If your church is on the opposite side, if you're kind of holding on to the old music and you haven't broken into the new music, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Every way that you can bring the gospel message, it's going to appeal to someone, either because it's familiar to them or because it stretches them. The old music is a stretch for some people. It was a stretch for the 15-year-old. The new music is a stretch for other people, and that's good for everybody. So really seek to include both. And I'm excited about the way that we're starting to do that at our church, and I hope you find ways to make that work for you as well. That's it. See you next time.